So, juggling with Jung. Who is Carl Jung? He's Swiss. He was born in Switzerland. He lived all his life there. He is famous as a psychotherapist who developed his own theories. He created the theories about the conscious and the unconscious that we still use. When we speak about the unconscious in human design or gene keys, the basis of that is laid by Jung. Also, you might know the word archetype, animus, anima, individuation, introvert, extrovert. These are all concepts that Jung brought into the world. So I thought it's worth juggling a bit with him. So, born 1875 in the northeast of Switzerland. He moved to Basel. Basel is a bishop city. It used to be, as a great old church, the Basler Münster. And he was also supposed to go into the footsteps of his father, who was a pastor. When he was 12, he had a vision in waking life. He was standing in front of that church, the Münster, and he saw a huge god-like figure on a kind of throne floating above the Münster. And that figure dropped down a big heap of on the church. Here you see a kind of artistic impression of that dream. And at that moment it was clear to the young Jung that religion was not his path. And he decided to study medicine and there specialize in psychiatry. He went to Zurich to work there in a psychiatric clinic, and in 1912 he met Freud. Basically, they started to correspond. Jung had published a book and Freud saw it in Vienna, and Freud wrote to Jung because Freud wanted to expand his work outside of Austria, and Jung had already influence in Zurich. They met and a friendship developed. Freud was much older, like 18 years I think, and he became a mentor of Jung. Jung became part of this circle around Freud, and that lasted for 6 years. And then Jung started to have different ideas, different feelings about especially the role of the unconscious. And there was a break, 1913, and all the colleagues that Jung had worked with, they stayed with Freud, they left him. So Jung had to resign from that circle, and he fell into a crisis. He was visited with elements from his unconscious. He heard voices. He had visions, and he thought, "Am I going crazy?" And he decided, "Well, I'm gonna face this. I'm gonna take it on what my unconscious is wanting to tell me." And he started to write and to make drawings and put that in books, which never were published. They were like on his desk, a red book. You see it, a red book. And only after his death, many years after, it was published. Here are some images. So his own unconscious started to communicate with him. And this was his whole teaching. This became his view of the unconscious. It was not like a garbage dump of repressed desires and things you shouldn't feel as a respectable citizen. That was how Freud saw it. And was still helpful to approach it, and then you could be normalized, neurotically normalized. For Jung, the unconscious became like a partner, that there was not just the personal unconscious, stuff that you experience as a child or growing up or whenever, that you realize, no, this I cannot express like that, this attraction is not supposed to be there, it goes in the cellar. He saw, or he intuited and discovered that there is that part, and then there is a much bigger area of unconsciousness, which he calls the collective unconscious. And there's a lot in there. And there is also healing in that collective unconscious. you.